Facebook requires that we go live. What concern you? Yes. Hello, people. How are you guys doing? Hope you're still enjoying the Easter period. Quickly send messages to people you need to join us today. Quickly send messages to them so that they can join. Welcome, everybody. Cheesy, Fitzsivanos, Messi Enoch, Leo Smart, Chinedu, Janet Imori, Princess Nikki, Ogechi Joy, Official Jesse B, Toby T, Official, okay, Gold as Dust. So many names. Welcome, guys. welcome, guys. Hi, hello, everybody.
3 p.m.
Yeah, the 3 p.m. I'm seeing you guys. Please rep your city. Can you tell me what city you're tuned in from? Rep your city. Can you rep your city? Everybody, to tell me what city you are in. Tell me what city you are in. Rep your city. Can you rep your city? Ijoba. Where is Ijoba now? Can you rep your city? Tell me what city you are in. Aba, I see you. Springfield, Illinois, South Africa. Welcome. Manchester, London, Connecticut, Accra. Ghana is my largest second following after Nigeria. Also, if Nigeria annoy me, I'll just locate to Ghana. Straight up. Kaduna, I see you. Brussels, Belgium, I see you. Lasgidi, Italy, I see you. Ibadan, hey.
Cameroon.
Been a while. Newi, I see you. Waterdown, Lusaka, Zambia. Hey, my people. After Ghana is Zambia. Aberdeen, UK, I see you.
Germany.
Poland, wow, Accra, Jawa State. UK, Nottingham. Enugu, I see you. Germany, I see you. Winston-Salem. Makurdi. Emmanuel is in Makurdi. I gave my life to Christ. So, special city for me. Delta, Denmark. Dallas, Texas. I miss traveling. This COVID. Do and allow also. Greenwich, London. Greenwich. Sorry. Oh my God. London, I miss London. Accra, I see you. More Accra here. Ontario, Canada. See you. Is there no Calgary here? Portsmouth, I see you. Calgary is my city. I like Calgary more than Toronto. I'm more than Ontario, please. Edmonton, where are you guys? I've not seen any Atlanta. What is my people? Where you guys at? Turkey, I see you. Cameroon, yeah. Imo State, yo. Abuja, I'm seeing Calgary now.
Yeah, Atlanta is here. You too.
Alana, I see you. Yeah, I love Toronto too. 3 p.m. people, I see you. Cameroon, I see you. Okay, guys, so we're going to start now. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be short because it's Easter Monday. I'm supposed to be on holiday, but we normally have our live seminars every first Sunday of the month, but we couldn't have it on Easter Sunday because Jesus rose on Sunday, so everybody should rest. So we shifted it to Monday, which is today, and I know some people have work tomorrow. So Tanzania, I see you. So we're gonna keep it short. I trust God. And I want to be able to take some questions again, as I normally do. Okay, so today I'm talking about the most important secret of marriage. If there's one thing, and whether you're single or not or married, this will help you. You know, what's the one thing that I'll consider like one of the biggest secrets in marriage? To be honest, there are many. You know, there are many. And you know, the one I'm going to pick might not be the most important to everybody. I understand that, because all of them are actually important. And those of you that are regular followers of our meetings, you know that we have shared different ones, different times, things like the power of friendship, compatibility, different things, you know. But today I'm picking another one that I think is very, very, very important. Before I start, we'll do some intro and touch on a few things. I put one very interesting video from one of my YouTube videos. The video is titled "Is Your Normal Normal?" Is your normal normal? Is your normal normal? So it's a new YouTube video we have. So please, if you don't watch it, go watch. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go and subscribe. You're missing too much. All right. So I took a clip from that video where I was talking about the fact that you know, people should, especially guys, and some people were taking one or two sentences out of context. You know, I don't know, this nowadays you have to teach the Bible, then teach English, then teach thought processing. I can't teach everything. All right. Can't teach you everything. Some people they'll listen to a 2-minute video, for instance, they'll pick one sentence. Even the Bible, if you pick one line out of the context, it will say something it's not saying. All right. So in that video, I was talking about the fact that even I didn't have anything when I was marrying my wife. I didn't have a job. No, I had a job, but I had no salary from my church. I was a pastor, young pastor, but the church was not paying me at the time. Church could not even afford to pay me at the time. You know, but it was the ministry. We're doing ministry. We're blessing lives. So I had a job. I had work. You know, and then I had OND. My wife had masters. You know, but it didn't stop me from going for her. I was just trying to encourage guys that many men like to marry down. They just think, you know, I must marry somebody less than me. One of the seminars we're going to do this year is how to love the 21st century woman. And I need to talk to the men, because the reason why there'll be more bad marriages in this coming season is because many men want to still run their homes the way their fathers ran it, and it's not going to work, because the women of today are not like our mothers. Very important. So, but that is a different gist. It's one of the seminars we'll do. So, okay, somebody's asking, am I a pastor or a relationship counselor? Both. You can be both. I'm both a pastor and a relationship counselor, a marriage coach. You know, highly trained and highly certified. Okay. So, so I was saying in that video that, you know, some people just want to marry Paul. Paul just wants to marry Paul, not realizing that, look, if you know this is not really what you want, don't settle for it just because you think you don't have a chance. You know, so there was a train of thoughts, but some people just picked it out of context and started giving their own relationship advice. Instead of them to go open their own page and do it there, they just want to come on my page and pour out their little ignorance that they have acquired over a period of time, you know. So go get that video to be a blessing. And if you are here watching me and you have a flair for relationship counseling, relationship coaching, please send us send your number and email to our ministry lines, our phone numbers, or DM LDM with PK with your details. All right. Look, marriage counselors and relationship coaches are going to be one of the busiest people in the world, because many people are still running away from learning about marriage the proper way. So if you're a marriage coach or a relationship counselor, you'll be busy. So if you have a flair for it, it's have to be looking for a bank job or something. It's something you can invest. If you think he's calling for you, something you can invest your life into. In fact, the way somebody like me, the way I'm busy now, at any time I can resign from pastoring and just focus on marriage counseling and things like that, because I'm that busy, you know. You know, so people struggle in relationships and marriages because we still are not getting the point of how to look for a spouse. We still are not getting that point. Sometimes I wish I could just enter into some people. It makes me understand how the Holy Spirit wants to take control of our lives sometimes. I wish if I will show you this thing is not hard. This thing is not. If you're here, a man, and especially now, and you're saying, oh, in this whole world, there's no woman, there's no good woman, that's not true. That's not true. You're just not probably good at recognizing, you're not good at recognizing the kind of man or woman, you should be with. So, let's work on these things. And for me, I still think marriage is not hard. I still feel marriage is not hard. People are just not paying attention. People are not paying attention. Marriage is not hard. Of course, there's commitment in it. There's some work in it, but it's not the way some people are painting it. It's not as bad as people are painting it. If we can just follow the guidelines. Marriage was started by God, and He is so gracious. He's so gracious to give us the guidelines. He didn't hide, the things. He didn't hide the things. He didn't hide the things that make it work. He didn't hide it. It's there, So I see people just run into trouble all the time, put themselves in difficult positions all the time, and it's just it's kind of sad because everybody deserves to be happy. Trust me. On my job as a counselor, I see people broken, see people stressed, because of the kind of person they have married. Okay, so what is the one important relationship secret in marriage? There are many good ones that I've mentioned. Please, I want to highly recommend this book, Who Should I Marry? Who Should I Marry? In fact, all my materials, but here I still not read my books, you still not subscribe my YouTube channel, I don't know what. See, these are the things that cause problem. You're not invested in yourself, so for those sending me these things, don't send the details here. If you want to be a marriage counselor or relationship coach, don't send me details by scrolling. Send a DM or into the inbox properly. If you don't even understand the instruction, then how do you want to counsel people? All right, very, very important. So as I'm saying, there are many good ones, but let me start by saying this. There's too much selfishness going on. This is why marriages are not working. Okay, we are all born selfish, but again, we begin to be trained to be more selfish. Then we even now become born again, and unfortunately, most of the Christianity going on in Nigeria is still built around selfishness. Still built around that. It's still built around, give me. I want to get. And that is the bulk of what I see everywhere. And these people will struggle in marriage because marriage is about selflessness and not selfishness. Marriage is about how selfless you can be, not how selfish you can be. Too many people still come into marriage to get. They still come into marriage to get. See, marriage is give and receive. I get that. It can't be all giving. It can't be all receiving. It must be give and receive. But it starts by you giving. It starts by you giving. There's too much selfish. So the average girl is just looking for who will, give her. She doesn't understand that her assignment as a wife, you see, why the Bible says he that finds a wife. It didn't say he that finds a babe. You must first be a wife. You must first be a wife. When we start all our training schools, for the single ladies, you need to go through these schools because you must, wife 101. You must first be a wife before you are found. It's not when they marry you become a wife. No, you are a wife. That's why they marry you. So the Bible says he that finds a wife. It didn't say he that finds a babe. The Bible also says, therefore shall a man, not a boy, it's a man leave his father. So you see, when you're a wife, you understand that your whole assignment, Genesis chapter 2, when woman was created all together, when woman was created all together, the concept was I will make for him a helper. Did you get that revelation, ladies? He didn't say I will make for him somebody that come and help him eat. He said I will make for him a helper. Somebody that will help him. So the whole concept of bringing you to the picture, ladies, is to help. So if you can't package yourself as a helper, you just want to look for somebody that will help you. You know, I will help you. It's who can you help? So you must come ready to give. You must come ready to serve. You must come ready to serve. Very important. Okay. Same thing with a guy. If you're a guy, you can also come selfishly. You are a husband. Husband is from husbandry. Animal husbandry is when you actually cultivate, nurture. All right. So if you're a man, you are looking for a woman you can also cultivate and build. You're looking for a woman you can invest in. So if you want to ask me, what is the one greatest secret in marriage? Like I said, today's one is going to be short. I'll just hit it on the head as fast as possible. And I'm trusting God that it will make an impression in your heart. What is the one strongest secret in marriage? I'll read it to you. It's in the Bible, 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Those of you that are regulars, you already know it. There are many principles, though, don't get me wrong. There are many secrets of good marriages. But this one is one that is burning in my heart for this seminar, okay? Okay. Somebody still asked on one of my videos, I think. He said, why do people always say they don't quarrel in their marriage, When I properly do is your normal. Those are options to look at. Some people just think it's normal to have problems in your marriage. So we need to investigate your normal. What you call normal, we need to investigate it. We need to investigate what you call your normal. That's what I'm saying. We need to investigate what you call your normal. Investigate what you call your normal. All right? Because some people think it's normal. You must beat in marriage. You must fight in marriage. There's no way it says so. The reason why that is so is that because many people are coming into marriage, with false expectations. They're thinking we must fight, we must go. Why must you fight? I'm not saying if you fight, your marriage is bad. Okay, I'm just saying that don't have these false ideas of what marriage is going to be. There is a way to package your normal. I'll do a whole teaching on that. I'm just touching it now because I see people have all kinds of normal. That if I come to marriage, the man must take care of me. Where does it say so? So you come with that handicap way of thinking. You come with that inferiority way of thinking that I can't take care of myself. A man must take care of everything. You want to be that. At the same time, you still want to have a voice in the marriage. It's not going to happen. If you come in as the furnitures don't talk. Furniture don't talk. Furniture will stay wherever you put them. So when you're coming handicapped like that, I don't know, man, you just bend your hand like this. I know when guys tell me, these girls nowadays, if you try to talk to them, if you don't have money, they don't like you. Where are you following these kind of girls? Where are you finding these girls? Any person that can't, hey, that's many things to touch. I was preaching yesterday in church, and we're talking about how Jesus told them was going to rise on the third day. Only the women went to check. The guys had gone to resume their fishing. Guys had resumed their normal hustle. The top ministry had closed. Only the women went to the tomb to check. Tomb. To check if just really okay. Women are believers. So the first thing to look out for, guys, one of the first thing to look out for in a woman is whether she believes in you. The moment she doesn't believe in you, forget her. What are you doing there? You be fast. What are you doing there? Say, if I don't have money, she will answer, yeah, why are you chasing those type of women? There are a lot of good women. Don't forget this thing. They love. That's why I gave my story in the video I put on my page. I had OND. Do you understand this? My wife's dad, was a bank manager. Not like today when there are banks everywhere in Nigeria. In those days, there were not many banks. In my father's day, there were just like 3 or 4 banks in the whole country. So if you're a bank manager, and those banks didn't have 1 million branches like they do now, rather. In those days, they just had branches in Marina or something. So it wasn't so much. My wife's dad was a bank manager. So they were okay. They were not poor people. Secondly, she had a master's degree. They had DSTV in their house forever. Me, in my own house, the way I was living, I didn't even have TV. Not to accommodate DS. TV, I don't get. Do you understand this? How do I end it? I was not earning a salary. And I had a job, hard work. I was a pastor. So I had work. And of course, we're really, the work was gaining form and actually getting momentum and all that. But they were not paying me a salary. So I'm trying to tell you this. Now, and those of you that know the story, if you have watched, go to our YouTube channel. All the stories I won't recap the whole story for you because you're lazy, you don't want to watch video that somebody have already put. If you've heard our stories before, she was in a relationship before I came on the scene with a medical doctor that was doing his master's in the UK. So this guy was it, financially speaking. Future was guaranteed. And God was telling her she had to leave that relationship, that was not, who she should marry. Again, many people thought, okay, I came to break that. No, God had dealt with her to leave by herself. It wasn't me that came to break it. Some people just want to hear, what they want to hear. Okay, so she had to leave that comfortable relationship where there was financial stability and agreed to come and marry somebody like me that had no salary, had OND. Her father told me, those of you that have heard the story, we'll probably do on that video where we'll really share the stories again because we did one time, but they couldn't post it. But we'll do it now. Her father sat me down and said, young man, what are you doing in my house? Because I was coming around, regularly. And he was seeing me, but I was not yet ready then to come and present myself to him officially. I was just come to visit his daughter. So he saw me one day and sent for me because he hasn't seen me in the house. Him being the sharp guy, he knows that. So you're coming around, you have intentions. So he sent for me. So I came, I sat down. He said, what do you want? I had 2 seconds to quickly decide. Either I say, I came to borrow textbook. And if the guy beats me, it would just be going. But if I did that, the challenge will be that 1 or 2 weeks after, 1 or 2 months after, or 6 months after, whenever, I'll have to come back again and say, well, it's not really textbook I want to marry, which I just felt there was no need. So I took the bull by the horn, even though I was not prepared. That's not what I came to do. I just came to see her that day. But the guy got me to sit down. So I had to tell him that, okay, well, I'm interested in marrying your daughter. I'm interested in your daughter. The guy says it's not possible. On the dream about what was he said? Is it God forbid? Or I can't remember what he said. But he said it's not possible. He said he didn't train his daughter to master's level to come and be teaching Sunday school. He didn't train his daughter to master's level to come and be teaching Sunday school. He said it's not possible. He told me to my face. I said, okay, I've heard. Do you understand? So I'm just trying to tell you, that where the people say you see all these girls that don't believe in you, that don't just get like money, you are chasing slave queens. How are you doing that to yourself? Even if she agrees, you can't maintain her now. She's helping your future. She's helping your life by pitying you and saying no. Want to carry slave queen? Are you okay? Are you even okay at all? Even if she's not a slave queen, if she's a greedy person, she's a normal girl that's working, but she can't see herself coming down to one level, that shows it's not for you. You thank her very much for sparing you a life of misery. Then go and look for a girl that will believe in you. Women are believers. It's one of the signs the one you should marry. They need to believe in you. They don't believe in you, forget it. You have lost nothing. God just spared you. I don't know, people have there's so much I have in my heart to cover. Not even just to them, generally. There's so many things I wish I could do surgeries on people. A lot of people's problem is low self-esteem. It's too deep. We have a whole course on that we've not developed. Please, all of you that know Pastor Mildred, disturb her. She's one that needs to develop our courses. We have our courses that she has not developed. So go and disturb Pastor Mildred. We have a full course on self-esteem. Because if your self-esteem is not right, you will always pick someone not good for you. What will make someone look at another person? That person does not want you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The person doesn't want you, but you want to still stay. Stay how? One of the most common questions I receive as a pastor, as a counselor, is, sir, there's one girl. I like her so much. But I love this girl. I like this girl. I sent this girl phone. I sent her credit. I want her. I die here. This. But she doesn't like me. What do I do? I say kidnap her. Kidnap her now. What do you want to do? She does not want for you to steal. Something has gone wrong inside how you value yourself. For you to still want to beg someone that doesn't want. You must never beg to be loved. Those things don't work. Yeah. You can see I'm sweating because of you. You can see I'm sweating. It's because of you. Those things don't work. If you cajole, that's why some of us are trained and certified and experienced. We don't just cook up the things we teach. We don't just eat amala and be full and talk. These are statistically proven, scientifically data. There's data to back some of these things up. Those relationships that start by one person begging another, resentment will eventually come. Because the journey of marriage is a long journey. It requires loving when in season and out of season. The person you beg to marry you, along the line, they will regret it. Along the line, they will change their mind. It never works. Most marriages that crash, the biggest challenge is that they marry for the wrong reasons. I can tell you. 99.9% of marriages that actually break, once you go into it, you find out that the foundation was faulty. That was what inspired this book here that I wrote. My first set of books. 25 wrong reasons people enter relationship. Any single person. This one is a staple. You must have. If you don't have this, you're not even. I don't take you as serious. First, you are not serious, sir or ma. This one will screen your mind. Will screen your mind first. That why do I want to marry? Because when you marry for those kind of things, oh, pretty, beg, it does not work. You can't beg someone to love you. No, definitely no. You can't beg someone. Hey, Pastor, there's this guy. Pastor, there's this guy. He doesn't call me for 1 year. He hasn't called me. 1 month, he hasn't called me. But I love him. You are not okay. Something is wrong with you. You need to see a therapist. Why do you want someone that does not want you? Something is fundamentally wrong. You don't know what love is. It's a long journey. So these are the things we're saying. The foundation of most relationships are too faulty to hold the weight of marriage. Marriage is not 1 week. Marriage is not 1 month. Marriage is not 1 year. Marriage is not 10 years. Marriage is not 20 years. It's for the rest of your life. Very few marriages will make it that long. Because the foundation. Say the foundation be faulty. What shall the righteous do? There's nothing anybody can do for you. There's nothing anybody can do for you. This one, if we go and order it. At our website, there's e-copy, there's hard copy, anyone you want. Anywhere in the world you are, they can get it to you. Go to our website, ldnwithpk.org. ldnwithpk. You don't even know my website. Go and get it. Foundation is wrong. So when there's low self-esteem like that, you want to marry somebody that doesn't want you. I met a few ladies before I met my wife. In all honesty. Listen, this thing, sometimes I wish I can enter some people's mind, just dissect it. It's not as hard as people make relationship look. It's not as hard. I met many fine girls. I met some. Hey, how are you? Just came to check you. Hey, come and say hi. From their body language, talk to you once, talk to you twice, talk to you 3 times. I see from your body language you are not interested. I just back down. It's not quarrel. I'm not even angry. People have a right. Everybody should be able to enter something they believe in. That's how it works. That's how it works. Okay, some of you here now, you want to go to Canada. Some of you are already in Canada. But some of you want to even go to Canada. If Afghanistan is giving citizenship, are you going to go? Will you go? Yemen, they're giving citizenship. Will you go? You will not go. Syria. Those areas are war-torn areas. If they're giving citizenship now, are you going to go? No. You want to go to where the land is good. You want to go to Canada, America, United Kingdom. And those countries too are not taking everybody. Now, countries like Canada, they are quite low in population. They actually need people to come. But you see, they're not just bringing a big ship to the bar beach and load everybody they can find. Area boy, out. No, they are also putting parameters. This is what I want. You must be a master's degree holder. You must be healthy. So these are the principles of life. You must have basic criteria. Basic. Do you even want me? Not say, there's this guy, I love him. He doesn't like me. What do I do? What do you? The moment you start to sense that there's a lack of desire from that person, there's a lack of value from that person, pack your things and go straight. You must love yourself so much. This is what our self-esteem course will do for you. You must love yourself so much that once you sense rubbish, it's okay, you don't want, I love you. I'm not even angry. I love myself too much to take what you're offering. You see, anybody's free to make you an offer. Anybody's free to make you an offer. You are just also free to receive or not receive. Say, I'm looking for slave queen. These guys, what they are looking for is a man that have money. Why are you looking for those kind of girls? Doesn't that tell you that you're in the wrong place already? So my wife was okay. I had nothing, material things. So because some people now also took my video to mean I'm saying people can marry. It didn't even follow the train of thought of the post. I was starting to talk about myself, how I didn't have anything. So how can I be saying people that don't have anything can marry? That's not what. There's a train of thoughts. You can't take one sentence. You must get the train of thoughts. Can't teach you scripture, English, and processing. Only me. No, I will not do that. Your money didn't cover that. Go and find your English teacher for that. So that's how it works. I met many nice girls. So some didn't even give me a chance. Those ones that didn't give me a chance, imagine if they now find out that it's OND I have. They would have kicked me out. They didn't even find out what I have anything else. They had already given up. So basic foundation. See this one, 25 wrong reasons. All my books are good. When am I ready? I have lots of books. Please, if you're a single person, foundation is the listen. If you get it right from beginning, it minimizes the work you do inside. Minimizes the work you do in marriage. Most of the problem are foundational. That's why my first love in marriage counseling and all that started for single people. That was my focus at the beginning. Because if I can save you from that level, you won't need so much help when you're married. You won't need so much help when you're married. So many people are unhappy. Just think marriage is a necessary evil. Just manage it. No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It can be sweet. It can be nice. It can be good. You can marry your best friend. You can marry somebody you enjoy. But if you can really love each other, this doesn't mean you will never have issues. But it just means the positives will just outweigh the negatives. You will just, anything God gives you has responsibility. If God gives you a mansion, you need to clean it and change things from time to time. You change the handle, change light. Everything will need maintenance. But there's a way that you will enjoy the blessing so much. The small things you need to maintain won't bother you. What makes a car bad is when the maintenance is more than the driving. It's in the mechanic more than it's in the road, on the road driving. So you suffer more, you spend more servicing it than you spend fueling it. So you find out that it's not worth it. I don't know if I'm helping somebody, child. So if I can get you to get the foundational side right, then trust me, to save you loads of help. Save loads of help. There are things we call clarity sessions that you should have if you're a single person. If you have somebody in your life, you're in a relationship, you can have clarity sessions where you are interviewed. We ask you some important questions. Why do you want this person? What's going on? We ask questions. We will not decide for you, but we can ask questions that help you know whether this is where you should go. And most people, they even have the nudgings. They see the red flags. They go and paint it white. They see the red flag. They will take watercolor, paint it white, and the red is showing behind it. Paint it white. The red flags are there. That this is trouble. This is trouble. So clarity sessions, I was talking to someone over the weekend, and this is something I've done a lot of times. When I talk to some people and, they say, oh, I want to marry a rich man. I say, no. The logic is that, if I marry a rich man, he can take care of me. I'm tired of, only me can't do all these things. I understand. And see, it's not even only women that want to rich. Me too. Men too don't want to stress. No human being wants stress. You think you're the only one? No. Men too don't want trouble. They want to be rich. So I tell women, what you need to say is not I want to marry a rich man. What you need to say is that I want to be rich. I want to be rich. Because I want to marry a rich man means you're tying your destiny, you're tying your riches to somebody. The person might not share. Okay? The person might not share. The person might be stingy. What you want is to be rich. The same God that will make that person rich can make you rich. The same opportunities that will make that person rich can make you rich. The same hard work that will make that person rich can make you rich. It mustn't come from your husband. You too can be rich. It must come from your wife. God too can make you rich. So what you want really is to be rich. So what you really need is a man that's ambitious, a man that's serious, a man that has a detailed plan, that you can see track record. Patterns don't lie. So he has been out of school for 10 years. Great. What have you done from year 0 to year 10? You don't have to be rich, but can you show? So like I said, when I married my wife, they were not paying me salary, but she could see where we had started from. She could see where the church started. The church then started in my parlor. Not in my parlor, my parents' sitting room, really. Started in my parents' sitting room. By the time she came, we were using one hotel like this. So we had moved like 2 or 3 venues. We're using a bigger hotel. We're growing in number. So she could see where the thing started, where it was. And she knew that if she brought her own input, because they say 2 are better than 1, they will have a great reward for labor. She knows if she brings her own input, the thing will grow. And truly, when she came, everything blew to a new level. Even the Love in our Marriage ministry that we do now blew to a whole new level when she came. So that's how it works. That's how it works. Okay, so please, 25 rooms is standard. Every single person, you need this one. Order it. The soft copy, the hard copy, anywhere in the world you can get it. Now, so what do I consider the most important? I hope you have some good questions. Those of you on Instagram, please use the question icon, because if you read comments, I might not see it. But those of you on YouTube and co, just wait till it's time for some part of my network. I hope your network is okay for Facebook people. Facebook, hope you can see me well. So for those of you on other platforms, just write it wait till this question time before you write your question, so that it don't have gone past. Okay, somebody says I need the address of the church. So how do I remove this thing now? I've put up by mistake. I've mistakenly put this thing up. Is there a way to remove it? Yeah. This is if you don't have to remove it, okay, put this thing.
Hide.
Oh, hide. Okay. All right. So, okay, but you wanted to even put this one.
Okay. So I've already pinned it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. So let me go on. What do I consider one of the best, most important secrets of marriage? Get ready on. It's simple and hard at the same time. Let me drink water. It's simple and hard. Are you ready? Simple and hard at the same time. It's in 1 Corinthians 7. Okay. I'm going to read let me read King James. I don't know if you can get me King James. 1 Corinthians 7. Give me chapter 7. The whole of chapter 7. I'll read from King James, and I'll read from, I think, Message. Okay. But I have Message here. I just need King James to read first. It says, 1 Corinthians 7, guys. I'm going to start from verse. Sorry, just 1 minute. Remember, if you're asking questions on Instagram, use the
Question.
yeah. This is 7, eh?
Yes.
Where's verse 32? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start from verse 32, are we? Yeah. 1 Corinthians 7 from verse 32. It says, "But I will have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord." He said, "But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world," that's the natural things, "how he may please his wife." There is difference also between a wife and a single person. He said, "Your married woman careth for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in body and in spirit. But she that is married careth for the things of the world, how she may please her husband." The summary, they are saying, listen, the strongest secret of marriage is the commitment to please your spouse. That's it. That's it. A commitment to please your spouse. Other factors are great. Friendship is great. Romance is great. All these things are great. But at the end of the day, when the emotions will dwindle, because your emotions are never there all the time, they come and they go. You will not feel like doing things all the time. But if you commit to understand that I'm here to serve my wife, this is all I'm here to do, to make her life better. And she's here. Understand that she's here to make my life better. Trust me, marriage will be easy. I decide to go over and above my feelings, over and above my mood. You see, this is the reason why the way we are raising many Christians today to be beg me, give me, prayer. By prayer, I don't mean real meaning of prayer. By prayer, I mean God do miracle. As long as they're raising those kind of Christians, they will struggle in marriage because they are so used to collecting. They are so used to selfishness. Our spirituality, generally as Africans, it's not helping us become more selfless. It's helping us become more selfish. People just come to God to get. They use God. If more people can understand about being selfless, about giving, if a husband and wife can come together into the marriage with a mindset that I'm here to make life easy for my spouse, what can I do to serve you? What can I do to serve you? Wow. Any marriage will work. Any marriage will work. If the two of you can be focused and committed on serving one another, it will work. Unfortunately, in many homes, they're just there to get from each other. I'm not happy. My needs, my I, why. That's what the focus is. It's about serving each other. If two people can come together, and that's what that scripture is saying. Look, that the single person, his whole focus is on pleasing the Lord. He said, but the married person has to be concerned about the things of this life, how he will serve or please his spouse. Can you imagine that? Just two people pleasing themselves all the time. I have a book, one of my books. Like I said, all of it at 3 p.m. This not Pastor Mildred. We have books, we have courses that are on our decks that has not moved for a while. They're all supposed to come out. So one of my best-selling books, I know this one is a best-selling book. It's titled "You Don't Need a New Spouse." You don't need a new spouse, because many marriages, when they hit a certain level, they come up with, I married the wrong person. I need a new spouse. A lot of people think that, but that's what makes people leave the marriage. And I broke down why that happens into different things. And I also dealt in that same book on how to deal with a difficult spouse. But one of the reasons why that happens, something I've thought of over again, is that people don't know when to move from emotional love to intentional love. I've taught this many times. They usually don't know when to move from emotional love to intentional love. Most times, the relationship starts from emotional love. Oh, and the emotional love season is so sweet. Oh man, is that season that makes some people think they don't even need counseling. Is that season that makes some people think they don't need counseling. Say we love each other. Oh, choo choo, sweetie. We love. I'll read something from my book, you laugh. They just think they don't love it. Well, we don't need God, we don't need pastor, we don't need a counseling, we don't even need God. Our love for each other. We love each other, we complete share sentences. And in the morning, oh, that's sweet. That beginning time is sweet. And in the morning, yeah, the first thing, how are you awake? I pray the angels go with you. The wing of the Lord cover. You go and you come today. You just, oh, I love you. Emoji, yes. Love emoji. Then the night, you're so the last person you talk to. But even you chat and sleep or you be talking on the phone and sleep or you're the last voice I hear. Hey, oh, I like that beginning stage. Movie. That's Indian film. Movie. We love you too. Say butterfly in my stomach. You don't know that butterfly lifespan is not long. Lifespan of butterfly is very short. So people start on that basis and they think that is what's going think that's what's going to keep the marriage. Not realizing that no matter what it is, the excitement of starting is never what sustains. Never. In anything. So after that emotional stage goes, reality sets in, life begins to happen. You are now living with this person. You are seeing aspects of them you didn't know before. And the emotion have gone. And it's not bad, it's normal. It's like milk teeth. Milk teeth was never meant to be your main teeth. It was designed to go. Then another one will grow. So the same way, that's how the emotions are. The first one that starts is the fresh one, but it's not the one that will last. That one will fade. Reality will set in. But many people don't know how to convert that stage. What they are meant to do at that point is to move from emotional love to intentional love. So what that means is that before you were complimenting your wife just because you were in a euphoric stage, oh, she was shacking you, he too was shacking you, were respecting him. Now, when the reality sets in, he won't be shacking you, but you continue to compliment her. He won't be shacking you, but you continue to respect him and yield to him and submit to him. Respect him. You see, but many people, because they are so used to living by their emotions, when the emotional stage goes, they no more feel in love. They now say, I don't love you anymore. And they go and look for a new person. And they go through the cycle all over again. Because it's not the problem. It's not the person that is the problem. You must move from emotional love to intentional love. So this is what happens. This is what should happen. At the beginning, euphoric stage, you're complimenting each other. You can't even stop saying sweet things about each other. When that stage, that stage fades anywhere between 6 months and 2 years. Okay? Anywhere between 6 months and 2 years, depending on different factors. When that stage goes, what you're meant to do is that you now find out the things that make your spouse happy. You need to know them. You see, that's why we go to 1 Corinthians 7. You need to find out the things that make your spouse happy and consciously now be doing it. So, you know she likes compliments. You don't feel like compliment. You don't even remember to compliment. However, you discipline yourself to compliment her. You know his or her love language. Maybe you're married to somebody that there are 5 love languages. I know some of you already know this. There are 5 love languages. I'll touch it quickly because this will help. I'm just using love language. I mean, there are tools you can use, but love language is quite a common one that everybody can relate to. That this man says, the person that taught this says that there are 5 major love languages, and everything can be summarized under that. He said number 1 is acts of service. Some people, the way some people see love. Love language is how you receive love. You know what you term as love, because you can be loving somebody the way you like, and that's not the way the person likes to be loved. So, number 1, if you just read writing, please write this if you have never heard it before. Some of you, I know it's a common thing. I've heard it. Acts of service. Number 2, words of affirmation. Acts of service means this person likes you to do things for them. So, I'm traveling, they like you to come and pack for them. Like to cook for them. You know, they like when people do things for them. Help me clean my room. Help me, whatever. They like people to do things. acts of service you render to them is how they feel loved. Second one is words of affirmation. So this person likes you to tell them they're beautiful, tell them they're smart, tell them they like words of affirmation. You affirm them with words. Number 3 is non-sexual touch. So this person likes when you hug them, when you hold their hands, when you walk with them and hold their hands. Non-sexual touch. This is not touch of sex. It's non-sexual touch. Okay, 3. Number 4 is gifts. This person that uses number 4 likes when you buy them things. Can be expensive, can be inexpensive, but they like gifts. Small gifts, big gifts, but you must buy them something. So anytime you travel, you buy them. If you come to visit them, buy them something by surprise. They like gifts. Then number 5, and what was number 5?
Physical touch, quality time.
Yes, quality time. So number 5 is quality time. So this person that likes quality time likes to spend time with you. So you must always make time to spend time with them. No matter what they're doing, whether I do something meaningful or something useless, but you're together, they like quality time. And if you are in distant relationship, then quality time means time on the phone, but quality time. Now, at the beginning, you find out that most people that are dating, at the beginning, when they are in the euphoric stage, they do these things naturally. They enjoy it. When they now reach the 6 month to 2 year mark where the emotions goes, they now begin to struggle to do it. They say, why? What they need to do is to continue to do those things that their spouse likes. So you must know what your spouse likes. This is why you need good counselors sometimes who will take you through the tools, find out what's your spouse's love language. What do you need to do regularly to make this person happy? People say, oh, I love somebody, I don't know why. It has never happened to me. I love my wife, I know why. And she's always doing these things that make me love her. It's so simple. She still did it today. She just always is trying to make life better for me. And I mean, I'm trying. She does better than me, no doubt, clearly. If I tease that today, that the most important secret of marriage is marrying her. Marry Pastor Mildred. Marriage will work. She's the most important secret of marriage because she's just amazing with those things. She just goes out of her way to please. That is it. That's the secret of good marriage. Go out of your way to please. Stop thinking about yourself for once. Ask your partner. That's why this is why you shouldn't marry somebody who doesn't like you. If the person doesn't like you, the way to please them is by going. Leave. They don't like you. I'm talking about people that are not married now, okay? So go out of your way to please. It's so simple. If everybody you see, the person not doing it is not because it doesn't feel like doing it. We don't live by feelings alone. Now we learn in the intentional love. We've moved from emotional love to intentional love. In intentional love, we now be doing what we should do, whether we feel like or not. And imagine here, do you know the beauty of being complimented if you like compliments? And your spouse is constantly lavishing you with compliments. Do you know the beauty if you like acts of service and your spouse is constantly trying to help you do things? You'll be happy. And you two you are doing for the person, they'll be happy. You know what the roles, what the needs of men and women are. They're all listed there in the Bible. They're all listed in good books. What the needs of men and women are. And you're going out of way to do it. My wife's current 2 love languages are quality time and words of affirmation. So I just do it. Doesn't matter how I feel. Doesn't matter how I feel. I take walks with her almost every day. Sometimes I just come and chill where she is. And I constantly compliment her. Find something to compliment. If your wife is not fine, find something else to compliment her about. That was a joke. But I'm not saying she's not fine for your own good. You better be fine to you. She's fine. You know what I'm saying? So find something to compliment her about. Compliment her. There must be something you can find to compliment her about. You know, if your wife likes gifts, then buy her gifts. Or your husband likes gifts, buy him gifts. You know, if he likes non-sexual touch, then always touch, always hug, always peck. Always hold hands. Do you understand? Find out their love language. Find out their love language. And start doing it intentionally. I wish people can pay attention. Too much selfishness. You're just there for you. I feel, I want, I need, just I. And this is the Christians we are raising this time. They're always begging. Or every day. praying the same prayer, God do it. Just with a different tag, same thing, begging God. When will you be useful to God's kingdom? When will God use you? Because every day we're begging Him to do something new. Not knowing that He has actually done enough. He has done all He needs to do. We just need to learn how to tap into it. But we're always begging. Move from emotional love to intentional love. Where you say, hey, how can I please you? What do you actually want? Yeah, I enjoy my marriage. I won't lie to you. It doesn't mean we're perfect people. It doesn't mean we don't have misunderstandings. Some people, when we say we don't have quarrels, some people think it means we don't have. Oh, so misunderstanding is easy now. Misunderstanding somebody is normal. You know, even disagreeing is normal. Like, I want to go here. You want to go here. It mustn't be a quarrel. That's what we're trying to tell you. You mustn't turn to bastard, idiot, useless. Why? Why would I want to use harsh words on my wife when I know she's sensitive to words? With all the crazy things I do sometimes, because in this marriage, I'm the one that causes trouble. My wife is just, those of you that have read Love Letters to Mildred, if you have not read that book, go and buy it now. What are you doing now? You know, of you yourself, you can be somehow. The book's on my bio, go and buy Love Letters to Mildred. It's my birthday gift to her. You know, where I wrote a love letter to her. You need to buy it. You know, I said in that book that I'm the theory, she's the practical. She's just a good lover. That's the secret. That's the truth. So with all the mad things I do, she's never disrespectful. Never. Sometimes I ask her, so why? What's your secret? Why are you never disrespectful? Why are you never? She's just a great person. You know. So, and this brings me again to people developing themselves. Part of the reasons why marriage seems easy for us is that we're mature people. We've developed ourselves. We're not perfect people. Yeah. Me, I even make more mistakes. I know that one. You know, but you see, the difference is that you know that this person is constantly trying to please you. Even when they fall short, you know that it's not that they're trying not to please you, it's that they're actually trying to please you. So that makes it easy. You see that they're trying. Actually see that they're trying. She does better than me, no doubt. Sometimes I just sit down and trip. Sometimes I sit down and ask her, so you don't have no problem. You don't cause trouble. She's just amazing. You know, once in a while when she gets emotional, it's very rare. I'll say, you're behaving like a number one now, for once. Because she has her emotions so in control. Even with all the annoying things I do. You know. And it's possible. Anybody can be that. You can be that. You can be the best version of yourself if you would invest in yourself. If you will not be so focused on what your spouse should do for you. If you be a bit focused on being the best wife, the best husband. You know, if you find out what are the things that will make your spouse happy, you can ask them. See, these are conversations you have as husband and wife. So what are the things that will make you happy? What can I do that would, that will make you happy? What can I do for you? Let me read the Message translation. I'll soon take questions. This is I'm supposed to read one chapter from my book here. It says, he said, I want you to live as free of complications as possible. When you are unmarried, you are free to concentrate on simply pleasing the master. Marriage involves you in all the nuts and bolts of domestic life. I like Message translation. Is a marriage involves you in all the nuts and bolts of domestic life and in wanting to please your spouse, leading to so many demands on your attention. So the time and energy that married people spend on caring for and nurturing each other, the unmarried can spend in becoming whole and holy instruments of God. It was just trying to say, look, if you're a married person, you're going to spend a lot of time, pleasing your spouse, giving your spouse attention. All the time you spend doing other things. So is that commitment to please? Do you have the commitment to please? When you're not in the mood, my son today, he didn't want to eat dinner. And I was saying mother that, Mommy, I don't want to eat. Mommy said, you don't have to want to eat. Say, don't want to eat. Just go and eat. You see, and that's how many adults need to be told that. You don't have to want to be respectful. Just be respectful, in spite of what your spouse has done. You don't want to have to compliment your wife. Compliment her. You don't want to have to be faithful. You don't want to have to be diligent, be disciplined. You don't want to have to be submissive. You don't want to have to love. Just so true love is not a feeling, it's a willingness to say, hey, my wife, my husband, I want to please you. I am here to please you. I'm here to serve you. How can I serve you? How can I serve you? When I'm in the mood or not. If everybody can do it, marriage is not as hard. Is that willing? Some people are not willing. They know what they should do. Some don't know. And that is a problem. You should know. Because First Corinthians 7 says, when you are married, you now need to know about the things of the world. So marriage seminar concerns you now. Marriage books concern you because you're the one that say you want to marry. You see, the only reason why you won't improve yourself for your spouse is that you are using your spouse. You don't think you have anything to give. You're just using her or using him. The moment you understand that you two are meant to please him, then you need to study. Then you need to learn. You need to learn how men think. You need to learn how women think. You need to learn. And go out of your way to please that person. Too much selfishness. As a pastor, oh my God, people have almost frustrated me many times because of selfishness. People you pour your whole life into. People you dedicate yourself to blessing and helping. When they walk away here, they will even tell you, don't disappear to the next church in the next building. They'll forget everything. They'll forget all the years you labored over them. They'll forget all the years when most of them came as nothing. And after many years of pouring into them, praying for them, helping them, guiding them, they'll just stand up and work. So how will these people have a good marriage? They are users. They are users. And they're going to go, you see, they're going to go and use their spouse. They're going to go and use their husband. They are users. They are manipulators. These are the things. If you're already a selfish person as a human being, you'll be selfish in marriage. A lizard in single life will not become an alligator in marriage. It's the same you. If you're a user now, you'll be a user in marriage. If you're selfish now, you'll be selfish in marriage. It's about serving the other person, especially when you are not in the mood. Let me read this in closing. I'll take a few questions, guys. So in this book, on that best-selling book, Who Should I Marry? I dealt with 10 C's. All of them are letter C's. 10 C's that you should use to choose who you will marry. Buy these things, help yourself. I'm going to read one of them. Number 8 is commitment. It's commitment. C, it's commitment. I want to read this question. It said, marriage is largely run by commitment and nothing else. It says, I know before we entered, we were thinking his feelings. We thought it was about emotions. I love you. You love me. You are my pumpkin. You are my ice cream. I don't know why I'm writing this rubbish. You are my pumpkin. You are my ice cream. You are my butterfly. I said, that's before marriage. While your heads are still in the clouds. He said, check for, he said, that's for marriage. I said, while your heads are still in the clouds, check for commitment. That's the thing that will keep anyone in marriage. He said that those that have great marriages are the ones that are usually have great commitment. I mean, that's an underlying instinct there. He said those that have great marriages are the ones that usually have great commitment. Because in marriage, it will not be convenient. You will not always feel like doing the things you ought to do. No woman wants to cook when she gets home at 10 o'clock in the night from work. She will be exhausted. But that's where commitment comes in. She knows that even when she doesn't feel like it, she needs to do it. Listen, even the sex in marriage is by commitment. Because many young men are trying to marry beautiful women because they think that will sustain the sexual pleasure in marriage. He said, no. When you marry, you will discover all women are the same and the pleasure is the same. If you are married for a year, 2, 3, 4, you will not see all those things single men are seeing. It's commitment that will keep you at that level. When you're married to the same person for 10 years, it won't be her hips or her boobs that will be tripping you. Commitment. My wife says it this way: there's beautiful sex and there's dutiful sex. Said it's not all about sex. If you know how many people have this problem in marriage that I have canceled, if you ask what is it, they will say my husband does not sleep with me anymore. It's funny because a single man, it was a challenge trying to get him to control himself. And now 2 or 3 years into the marriage, he cannot even get himself to have sex with it. Because there are many people that will cancel these days. And for 1 month, they've not had sex. 2 months, they don't have sex. They're not even having sex anymore. Because they're trying to ride on feelings. The wife is complaining for the past 1 month. My husband has not touched me. So even when you get married, the sex that used to excite you as a single person will be by commitment also. He said, there was a young man that sent me a mail saying, Pastor, my wife is not always happy. I told him, do what you should do because his wife was telling him to do something. He said, I'm sure when he was young, they were telling him, calm down, calm down. He will be saying, no. And all that. Let me just jump that far. He said, fear the quitter. The person that is a quitter today will also quit in marriage. Check those people that quit. Check people that quit things. They never finish anything. They always quit. Quit job, quit school, quit church, quit the department. He just quits everything. It says, check the person that quits school for no reason, quits church for no reason, quits his job for no reason, or when faced with the slightest challenge, always quitting. He will also quit in marriage. Check the one that quits department. Why did you stop working in your department? So I just got tired. He will get tired in marriage because it is for the rest of your lives and it's forever. Look out for the guy that has no commitment. He quit his last relationship for nothing. Why did you leave your last relationship? You say, I just got tired, and you want to start another one with him. He's a quitter. Marriage won't change anyone. Watch out for the quitter. Quit school, quit church, quit work. Doesn't have commitment. Watch out for the committed people. They are the ones that can stay in a marriage. Marriage will require commitment. Do you think when people say, I have been married for 20 years, is it by romance? It's a good book, guys. It is commitment that helps you stay married for 50, 60 years down the line. It's commitment. So I agree there should be romance and feelings, but commitment will stand the test of time. Buy this book. This author knows something. Statistics show that 50% of marriages end in divorce, 60% of second marriages end in divorce, 70% of third marriages end in divorce, and so on. This goes to show that the same way you were not committed in the first marriage or to stay married, you will exhibit even less commitment in the second marriage and so on, because it is not about changing partners. It's about staying committed to the one you chose to marry. Even if you marry an angel, you will still need commitment for it to work. From my book, Who Should I Marry? Get the book. You're not even committed to get the book. So how to take questions, guys? So for me, I think commitment is the most important thing, because the romance will come and go, different things come and go, but that commitment to please, to serve, to do what marriage takes, even when I'm not in the mood, it will help people. All right. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Okay. Well, I can't see the question. Oh, the title of the book is Who Should I Marry? Who Should I Marry? Okay, that's the title of the book. Who Should I Marry? All my books are on my website, ldmwithpk.org. ldmwithpk.org. All the books are there. We also do counseling services. If you need counseling, if you can't book me, if I'm not available or you can't afford the amount for that, we have other counselors, all right, that are under us, that work with us. So you can, the same thing. I usually supervise what they're telling you anyway. So it's just, you're just getting to speak with me in a cheaper way. All right. So we do counseling services, and it's virtual, so you don't have to be physically around me. Anywhere in the world you are, you can get that done. All right. Our resources are there. You can call that number or go to our website to book counseling, to get materials, audios, books, ebooks, and if you're abroad, you can do Amazon. All our things are on our books are on Amazon also. They'll bless you. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channels, please go subscribe. Loads of good materials there. Subscribe. All right. If you are here and you have a flair to be a marriage counselor, a marriage coach, please, we're starting a session soon in training. It's a good job path. It's a good career path to take, especially for you that have, like me, if I have my way, I'll even resign from pastoring and just face this because there's so much to do, so much to cover. So you'll be busy enough if you're good at it, if you do it well. It's a good career path, and I can train you, I can coach you. if it's something you really have a flair for and you love to do. So please send your details to LDM with PK. Just let them know you're interested in being a marriage counselor or a marriage coach. You send your WhatsApp enabled number and your email address, and just send them to LDM with PK. Don't send it to me. Send it to LDM with PK. They'll put you in the list and let you know. All right, when the training is coming up. Of course, the training is not free. It's a career path. So, because somebody's going to just think, I just love it. We're not looking for jokers. We're looking for people that are really, really serious. If you're asking questions on Instagram, please use the question icon so that your question won't scroll past. All right. Let's take a few quickly. So send your questions in now. Let's take them. So this one says, Sir, what do you do when you aren't finding someone and you are doing everything right? I believe you're a guy. Oh, Jem is asking a good question. Said, do you have to be married to be a marriage counselor? No. Even if I was already a marriage counselor before I got married. It's the facts you need, okay? It's like saying, do you have to have given birth to help people give birth? No, you can be trained to help people give birth, even though you've never given birth, okay? So you can, if you're not married and you just want to be a counselor, a single person, yes, I can still train you. It's the knowledge you need, all right? Knowledge you need. Okay, so to this question, I've done everything right, but I'm not finding the right person. Okay, first of all, we don't know if you do everything right. We can't say that for sure. Somebody sits with you and ask you some questions. Now, however, I don't know your age. I don't know where you're located. There's also the part of divine timing. And I don't know what's going on in your mind too, so it's gonna be easy for me to tell you. So, but what I need to do, have you read, Chris? Have you read all my books? Have you listened to most of my messages? You know, so let's do that. Then we'll know if you've really done everything you need to do. Counseling, the virtual counseling I do is virtual, so you don't even have to be in my city. If anywhere in the world you are, I counsel people from all over the world: Canada, United States, UK, Europe, anywhere. Okay. This one says, "Good evening, PK. A man is coming for me, proposing marriage. I have been to his place, but I don't like the environment." I think that's what you're saying. Your question didn't finish, so I really will not be able to answer it. But it's not the environment of his place you need. All right. Please, what do you do when you have a fear of commitment? Good. Find out why do you have the fear of commitment. There must be a reason. See, one of the things we train our counselors to know, or counselors to know generally, is that everything has a reason. Nobody does something for no reason. It's not true. Everybody has a reason. They might not even know the reason, but everybody does something for a reason. The reason might be unknown to the person, but you as a trained counselor, you have an eye to find out why they're doing it, or at least to guess. So if you are afraid of commitment, there is a reason you're afraid of commitment. We just have to sit down with you and discuss with you and get to the root of why you're afraid of commitment, then deal with it. We must first get to the roots. If we don't get to the root, we can't deal with it. So why are you scared of commitment? There must be a why. If we can get to the why, then we can treat it. So it says, my BF and I are not spiritually aligned, but he wants us to get married this Christmas. So what do you want to do? You have already said you're not spiritually aligned. So do you still want to marry someone you're not spiritually aligned with? All right. Why do you want to marry? You see, these are the things. Why do you want to marry somebody you're spiritually aligned with? You know, what level of alignment are you talking here? So the question is too vague for me to give a good answer. Okay. How do you deal with past experiences or background affecting a relationship? Well, you need to go back and process those things and forgive yourself, forgive the people that hurt you, and things like that, you know, and all that. And you get more details for those to know what exactly are you talking about. Remember, if you're on Instagram asking your questions, use the question icon, or else your question will scroll past. Okay, very, very, very important. What else? Is it advisable to stay with a man that see future with you but fail to communicate, share his plans and ideas? Okay, good question. If a guy is not sharing his future plans with you, that is a bad sign. Now, it could just be that he's not good in communicating, or it could be that he really is not seeing a future with you. In my message titled "How to Know If He Really Loves You," this is how I'm saying you need to get my messages. I have audio messages on my website also that is not on YouTube. So their titles, I have like 100 titles. So in the message, how to know if he really loves you. If a guy is not talking to you about his future and not including you in his future plans, is one of the ways you know he's not interested in you. So always he doesn't really love you. So that's a bad sign. Now, there's a slight chance it could just be that he's not good at communicating. But even at that, then that is a red flag. That's a problem we must address before we go ahead. The challenge many women have is that they're so eager to marry. They see these red flags. Most women have anything making a woman leave a marriage. She has seen it most times before she married. She just had faith that she would change him, that she can handle it. Not knowing that, listen, a man's best is when he's toasting you. That's the challenge. When a man is chasing you, he's giving you his best. Usually, for most, once you agree, you start getting a lower version of him. So if you are seeing red flags when he's just toasting you, it's going to get worse in marriage. It's in rare cases when he has good training, good accountability, good counseling, or whatever, he steps up. But if I follow natural way things go, a man is putting his best foot forward when he's toasting you or chasing you. So if you don't like what you're seeing, then you are seeing the glaring red flags then, and you want to still go ahead, you are in for trouble. And this is what many women do. They go along, enter the trouble, and now find out they can't change the man. Because men are entering marriage hoping you will never change. Women are entering marriage hoping the man will change. And so that's why men always enjoy marriage, because men marry who they want. Women marry who they see. Somebody's saying, what do you do when you're scared of marriage as a result of coming from a broken home? Sometimes we're advised to pray and get answers for you, saying yes. Okay. If you're coming from a broken home, you need to do some clarity sessions to help you to make sure that you are healed from the past. Okay, Kay says, so what if your husband wants you to do things that don't glorify God or demeans you? Should you still do such things? Kay, you have already answered the question. You say it doesn't glorify God. You see, if you notice the scripture we read actually, it says when you're single, you should focus on pleasing the Lord. You see, God always comes first. Your husband can't save you. He's not saving you. He didn't die for you. You're not going to go to heaven. Marriage is not heaven. So if your husband is trying to pull you away from God, you have a right at that point not to do so. Right? It can't be something that is demeaning you or unpleasing to you. Your husband is telling you to go sleep with another man. You say you want to please him. That's not. You see, it just shows you've not given God the right place in your life. If you've given God the right place in your life first, there's some things that's out of the question. You see, how do you even present yourself to that man? These are the things that happen. You've already entered, into it like you are stranded. If your husband meets you serving the Lord, knowing God, if your wife meets you knowing God, serving God, they know that they won't go, they know. They won't tell you rubbish. You have presented yourself in a way that they can't tell you anything they like. Facebook, YouTube, I can ask a question. Okay, how do you handle a spouse that doesn't like to discuss hurts and concerns? And the moment you ask him a question, he shoves your question aside and starts to talk about his own issues. Enjoy the fact that he's even talking at all. Talk to him about what he wants to talk about. All right? Let him be more comfortable with you. Maybe he'll get to talk about other things. So sell yourself to him. Let him feel you are the kind of person he can confide in. Men generally struggle with openness, so that's not an unusual thing. Men struggle with openness, so appreciate what is going on first while you are believing for him to open up about his hurts and wounds, okay? All right. Should you consider a man that has cheated on you twice and humiliated you for marriage? He came back saying he has changed and is ready to be committed. Good question, Miss OO. Listen, guys. First of all, if a guy has cheated on you twice, that shows that there's a high chance it's a pattern and he might never change, okay? Once is bad, but twice is clear that it's a high chance it's a pattern. He might never change. Now, if he cheated on you once and you want to consider going ahead, or even twice, or even 10 times, and you want to consider going ahead, I don't think you should, but if you want to consider going ahead, make sure you guys get counseling. Women make a very common mistake. This one is important. Women, draw your ear if you need to. Women make a very common mistake. They encourage the behavior they don't want to continue. I'll say that again. A lot of women encourage behaviors that they don't want to continue. Listen, men are very simple. You either tell them, I'm not taking this, or I'm taking this. The moment you tell them you can take this, they will continue to do it. If you're sitting on you and you take him back, you have just told him this is okay, and he will continue. But if you stand your ground, you have also told him this is not okay. This is not going to happen here. So don't endorse what you don't want to continue. So if he does that and you think you guys want to continue, give him clear standards and demands that he must meet. Counseling is one of them. People must do proper counseling. Like, we can't continue except we do counseling to make sure you're better, to make sure this won't happen. And some parameters. If you go to a good married counselor, infidelity recovery coach, my wife does that. I do that also. We are both trained in that aspect, infidelity recovery. So we'll put certain parameters in place, check certain things, to know if this guy is ready to change, or if this girl is ready to change. That's if you want to go ahead. So don't just encourage, he says sorry, just go, he embarrass you, just continue. You have told him it's okay. Most women are the ones training the men to treat them. See, men don't treat all women the same. I've said this a lot of times. Men don't treat all women the same. You teach the man what he can do to you. You're the one that teaches him. Yeah. Is it normal if for your spouse to have a room in his or her parents' house after 3 years in marriage? Of course not, it's not normal. It's not it's not normal. So, but it depends on what you're talking about. Is he like the only daughter or son of his mother? He goes to see her. It depends on the circumstances, but ordinarily, it's not normal, okay? There might be an attachment issue going on. But I need more details to know. But ordinarily on the surface, it's absolutely not normal, okay? Absolutely. This guy says, Pastor, can a divorced person be a marriage counselor? Absolutely, Monica. Absolutely. In fact, you can be a divorce counselor. It's one of the courses we will teach in our course. You can be a divorce counselor. You can be a breakup counselor. You can even be a marriage counselor because now you are very experienced. You even have something some of us don't have. You have experience of divorce on your CV. You write it there. Certified divorce counselor. In fact, divorced. That's experience that I don't have. So yes, the key thing about being a marriage counselor is you need to have the flair. You need to see it as a calling. Then you need to have the commitment to do it, to learn it. Because there are basic things to learn to be a good counselor and a good life marriage coach. All right. So, and do you want to do it as a business or as a job? It's a good career path. Trust me. Like I said, left to me, I'll face it fully. I love it. And it's lucrative enough to pay your bills if you are ready to give it what it takes. Mm-hmm. What do you do when you're not having suitors? Okay, you need to find out confidence. You need to find out if there's something you're doing that is making you unavailable. Have you watched my videos on finding your dream spouse and things like that? Go and watch those videos on my YouTube channel. So we need to find out if there's something you are doing that's causing it. If you're in a wrong location, are you engaging enough? Are you active enough where people can see you? Things like that, So I need more details, okay? I need to know what you are doing. How do you cope with someone with that belief silence is golden in a relationship? You see, the way life works, does that work for you? Somebody is not talking in a relationship. Why do people think they have to stay in something that is not working? I don't know why people think so. Some people are great, oh. You're greater than me. If something is not working, that's it. That's all the sign you need that this is not who I'm supposed to be with. All right, I can deal with somebody that doesn't know, not somebody doesn't want to do. That's the whole seminar we have today. Is it that he doesn't know? Then we'll teach. But if he knows and he doesn't want to do, then I can't deal. That's not my job. Lots of questions here. This one says, how do I trust my husband after cheating? Good question. This is why we do infidelity recovery counseling. Cheating is a big deal. It doesn't just vanish away. There are many things that need to be handled. And it is best when both of you work together. So I encourage you to do infidelity recovery with your husband so that you can rebuild trust. All right. Trust is one of the major things that is damaged when there's infidelity, but it has to be rebuilt, and there's a way to rebuild it. So me and my wife actually had a video we did titled How to Rebuild Trust. My YouTube channel will help you. go there, feed on it. We've did a whole seminar on it. But apart from that, you might also need an infidelity recovery specialist to take you through steps that will help you rebuild trust. Okay, infidelity doesn't just disappear when you say sorry. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So there are usually steps that need to be taken to make sure it doesn't happen again. Confidence is rebuilt, trust is rebuilt. So that's what I suggest. Okay. Wow, so many stories. My husband has been sleeping outside and his clothes come smelling of perfume. How do you handle this? Okay. Now, if your husband is sleeping outside and all that, in other words, you suspect he's cheating. My advice would be don't just confront him without facts. Gather facts. Most people that cheat are also good liars. So they will hardly just tell you the truth. So gather facts like a detective. Okay? Gather facts. Something you can pray about. Let God reveal things. Let God show you things. Gather your facts before you confront it. If you just go and confront, he will just deny it. Except the Holy Ghost helps him to convict him. Apart from that, he will just deny it. So gather your facts before you confront. All right? Be careful, be observant. You will see what you need to see to present the case. All right. When you present the case, then you guys can do infidelity recovery or take practical steps to rebuild the marriage if he's willing. Okay. You can't do anything if he's not willing. Okay, this same person has asked all the questions on cheating. How to bring up things you don't like about your spouse to them in a way that doesn't make things worse. Oh, good. You need to know the kind of personality he is. Most people, you need to sandwich it. So praise them, lay the complaint, and praise them again. They call it sandwich approach. So you put a good positive word first, put the complaint second, on that positive thing for last. So you sandwich the thing. If they're the kind of people that struggle with taking correction. All right. Pray ahead before you tell them. Make sure the atmosphere is right and the timing is right to bring it up. If they're the kind of person you're afraid to talk to, but ordinarily, your spouse should be your friend. This is what we teach from the beginning. You see, like I said, I'm laboring for the single people. They won't pay attention. They want to get into the thing first and start looking for counseling. Do the things steps right from when you're single to avoid stories that touch in marriage. Okay. Somebody said, can a divorcee remarry? Yes, I did a full seminar on that. I think that was our last seminar. Go to my IGTV or my YouTube channel. I did a full teaching on divorce and remarriage. Please go get it. A divorced person can remarry, especially under certain conditions. So go get it. I said, do I wait for someone who you love when he has no money to marry you? Now, good question. He has no money to marry you. What is he doing? Do you understand? What are the patterns? Is it that for the past 10 years he has no money and he has made no progress for 10 years? Then that's a problem for me. You see, he must not be a billionaire, he must not be rich, but we can check his patterns. Okay, 5 years, 6 years. What have you been doing? Is there any ambition? Is he taking the right steps? I mean, I can come close to somebody and see his steps, see his moves. I can know if I help this person, we can do better. So, check the details. If you are too emotional to see the facts, this is why you need a counselor that can ask you questions, that can reason with you. Your peace of mind is worth it. Okay. What is your take on marrying someone you are related to? I don't understand them. Related to like your father or your mother or your sister. Which are how much related? All right. Last I checked, incest was still bad. So depends on what level of relationship we're talking about. If it's a relative, there are many people out there. Marry somebody else, marry someone relative and complicate your life. What do you do when a woman quits the marriage after almost 13 years, despite having children outside wedlock, and yet had 3 in the current marriage, but now goes on to start a new relationship without whatever? Look, my brother, God has helped you, Williams. God has saved you. Do Thanksgiving and go and marry a real person that you can find. This one, the problem is not, what are you even doing in this place? That's what I'm saying. What are you doing with this kind of woman? It's the first problem. Somebody say, how much is the book? Go to the website. The book is there. Go to Amazon. It's there. Cheap books that can help you. There's e-copy. There's a lot of it. We'll soon do audio version too. Go get it. How do you treat someone that you loved so much that left you because you aren't ready for marriage yet. How do you treat them? Michael, this is the whole seminar I did today. Person has left, has left. Move on. Person has left, they've left. Move on. All right. Person has left, they've left. Move on. Don't stay and be begging. He says he does not love me, but still wants to marry me. Do you think I should marry him? Carissa. What's your name? Caris. Be careful. Somebody say he doesn't love you and he wants to marry. Don't you see slavery? You don't see house girl in that thing. That thing smells of house girl now. Smells of nanny. He has already told you he doesn't love you. What is it? That I said to Carissa, this Carissa, what your name is? I dealt with this today. Why do you want to marry someone that doesn't love you? You see, you have magnified the wedding because there's no marriage in this thing. It's wedding that you have. He has told you there's no marriage. He doesn't love you. Why do you magnify the name Mrs.? What is putting you under pressure? Wrong reasons. People enter a relationship. See it here. You want to go enter trouble with your two eyes now. This is why I don't counsel for free. I need you to be thinking. He has told you he doesn't love you, so why? What's wrong with you? Why do you not want to be loved? That I'm saying. There's something going on in your mind that makes you think you don't deserve to be loved. You desire to be married so much you don't think you deserve to be loved. Listen, my daughter, my sister, you deserve to be loved. You are God's pride. You are God's special jewel. He killed his son for you. You have worth. You are worth so much, you don't deserve this boy to make you feel worthless. Do my self-esteem cost when it comes out. Okay? Like I said earlier to this, I know some people didn't know they didn't believe. This is the most common question I get. Somebody doesn't love me, but what should I do? What should you do? Like what? My most common question. Why is question number of words limited? Can't type for that. That's Instagram. Before that question, that complaint to Instagram. I don't know why they do like that, but forward that problem to them. Is it safe to get into a relationship that doesn't have the emotions and euphoria but makes sense? Yes, but our advice to get my book, Who Should I Marry First? Because there's other things that must be there. If the other things are there, you guys will make the emotions come eventually. All right, if you know what to do. So what can be done when she constantly asks the husband what she can do to please him, but he wouldn't say? You see,
Maybe he doesn't know.
Maybe he too doesn't know, Abby. But you guys have a big communication problem going on. You have an intimacy problem going on. It's not that you'll be begging the person to please the person. That's not what I was trying to say. Even though you know you should play, but it's a two-way thing. You guys are working together. So there's an intimacy problem already going on in their marriage. I need to work on that. You guys are not friends. This is what I think we teach. We try to get people to understand. Marry your friend. Don't marry somebody you're afraid to talk to. Yeah. This is not hard now. Give me it from here. This is YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube and Facebook.
This one Facebook again. Five more questions. How can we keep a distance relationship? It's a lot of work, but you guys have communication plans to bridge the gap and talk. It's for men and not boys. What do you do when your husband doesn't love you? Wow. Well, pray. Keep doing the things you know to do. Watch my video on how to deal with a difficult spouse. Then get a life to find something else to do. Marriage is not everything. Marriage is just a small part of your life. It's not the whole life. Some people just kill their whole life because of marriage. Marriage is not heaven and earth. Please. How can you manage a nagging lady? Why is she nagging? Does she just have see, just thank you for once. And I believe in a guy who had nothing, and we loved each other. But the moment, lady, how can I bring myself to trust a cashless man? I really don't understand your question, but I think you trusted somebody and the person disappointed you. Well, I don't know. I don't have enough details to answer that question. So, 5 more questions, guys. Let's go. When you have misunderstanding with your partner, would you prefer talking about it or letting it slide? Oh, you need to talk about it, but you need to know the right timing to talk about it. And it's not all. Some if it's a small thing that you can let slide, fine. But you see, you can't always let things slide because they're going to reoccur. And resentment will build in your heart eventually. For instance, one day you explode. So you need to know what exactly, but how serious the issue is. But talking is important. Conversation is important. Communication is one of the strongest things in the marriage. Somebody said, "Can I DM you from you?" You can DM me to schedule counseling sessions either with me or with our counselors. Okay. I really don't counsel in my DM. It's not ideal. What is the remedy for faulty foundation? Renovation. Renovate what you can repair. So you go and find out what is wrong. Can we fix it? What can we fix? How can we work at it from where we are? All right. So that's what we do. 3 more. Let me take some Instagram. Because I think the fear comment comes from a background where there was divorce order, and that's good. So we need to now find out what to give you confidence. My partner has a negative perspective of marriage, but she's a believer. So what do you want to do? Why do you want to stay there? Don't go ahead until that perspective can be corrected. Okay? You're not the Messiah. You can't save them. So don't go ahead until they can correct that perspective, otherwise it will affect you. All right? I think a lot of people don't love themselves. Because me, I won't suffer myself. That's the first thing. I won't suffer myself. I had an issue with my partner mainly because I didn't know a lot of things from her end. How do I rebuild? These details are not enough for me to answer the question. My relationship is being affected by my partner's fear and overthinking, afraid about it, and all that. Then counseling will help both of you. Don't you tell me what? Are you saying something? Tell me.
Why did you go to use the question icon? I'm waiting for marriage.
I recently had a very bad dream about my boyfriend of 4 years. My pastor said I have to end it with him, but I love him and all that. Sorry, details are not enough for me. How can I get over a girl ex that you love so much? I need to move on. Yeah, we need to talk to the counselor to help you deal with getting over a past relationship, or get my breakup bundle. I have a set of messages that are called breakup bundle. They will help you. 2 more, guys. I'm just trying to touch as many as I can. Does intermittent quarrels in a relationship mean the absence of God? I don't know about God, but if the quarrels are getting much, you need to find out, if it's a sign that there's a big problem. So it depends on the kind of quarrels. All right. Some people have basic disagreements and they're able to handle it and move on. But some other people, those quarrels are a sign that there are bigger things ahead, bigger trouble ahead. So you need to be able to know what kind of quarrels are there, things that we're able to go through and trash and resolve, or are we laying it under the carpet because they will explode in future? Okay. So, but quarrels can be a sign. Continuous quarrels can be a sign that there's problem. There's so many questions. One from Instagram, one from here. Then we will call it a day. Last one from Instagram. Is it possible to plan a wedding and get counseling in less than a year? Yes, you can. You can, but I would rather you start counseling before you fix the wedding. Because when you get into wedding mode, you're just doing the counseling for doing sake. You're not actually listening. So All right, but anyone you want to do, if you want to cancel in 2 days for your wedding, it can be arranged. It can be arranged, but that's not the ideal. The ideal is to give yourself time. Last one on Facebook. If you are not attracted to someone, should you still try to be in a relationship with him if he ticks all the other boxes? Now, good question. Good question. There are many forms of attraction. The problem with a lot of young people is that they only think of physical attraction. Are you attracted to him spiritually? Go and get my YouTube. You have a YouTube video titled is it Finding the One, Knowing the One? How to Know the One. All right, go and get my YouTube. See, go to my YouTube, guys. I've answered many questions there. You can't even exhaust the things there. There are loads of videos there. If you start taking it one by one, you watch 10 every day and still be watching. And you will learn. There are about 240 videos on YouTube. So you can't be, how to know the one. So attraction is not only physical, but the young people today, everything is for them is shape, chest, bum. That's all they see as attraction. They don't know these things will not count 6 months to the marriage. You won't count again. There are other forms of attraction. Are you attracted to him mentally? Are you attracted to him spiritually? Are you attracted to him in other areas? These are the questions. If you're not attracted to him in any area at all, then forget it. All right? So go and watch the video. You're seeing funny questions or what? Thank you, guys. One more for Facebook. Okay. How do you quit with a lady who loves you but not ready to change from negative things? Just love yourself. These things, I need to actually get some of you to sit down with me and understand why people don't like yourself. I really need to, understand it. But these same people now, you want to leave Nigeria to Canada. That's my concern. No? You people, you know how to not stay in a country that doesn't like you, but you don't know how not to stay in a relationship that they don't like you. That's what I don't understand. You understand that this country doesn't like you, you want to move. But this girl now doesn't like you, or is not ready to, doesn't suit you. But you want to stay there. That's what I don't understand. You want to sit down and coach me on that one because I don't get that one. For me, it's obvious. If this is not working for us, thank you. Why do you enter the marriage? Why do you go into it and go marry the person? So, like yourself. Just love yourself. That's the answer. You don't even love yourself. Love yourself. Believe that you deserve the best. Oh, I think that's a major problem. And that's why the first thing that God did for us when we accepted Jesus is to upgrade us to sons. To tell us you deserve more. You're not just my subject or my servant. You are my son. For as many as believed him, to them give you the power to become sons of God. That's a promotion. I'm blessed. Amen. Even me, I've enjoyed myself. I've enjoyed the seminar. If you didn't enjoy it, it's okay. Me, I enjoyed it. Thank you for hooking on, guys. Don't forget, we do counseling services. So we counsel people, whether premarital counseling, infidelity counseling, or just clarity sessions, or just counseling sessions. You're in a fix. You're in a spot where you need professional expert advice. Not just my friend say. You need professional expert advice. Schedule a call, schedule a video call, schedule a counseling session. If you can't get me, we have other of our counselors that are trained and they will counsel you too. All right. If you are here watching me, you want to be a trained marriage coach or relationship counselor, send your WhatsApp number and email to LDN with PK on Instagram, or Facebook probably. And they'll add you to the list and let you know when the classes will start. It's a good career path to take in these times. More people, we have a lot of more, relationship issues because people are not listening. So there will be a lot of work. Even me, I can't meet the demand on counseling. So that's why I want to train people. I really don't even want to, do so much of counseling. I want to train counselors. It's a better use of my time. All right. So do that. And of course, I have loads of my books and materials. I have my materials, books, audio messages. Go to our website, LDN with PK. LDN with PK. All right. You get my books there, soft copy, hard copy, and you get audio messages there. Then go to my YouTube channel. Go subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Tell your friends subscribe. And you can get anything you need. Okay. Thank you, guys. I hope this was worth it for you, as it was worth it for me. I enjoyed myself. And for those that want to partner with us, want to send support, you can reach out to us for account details, PayPal, Nigerian accounts. The more support you give us, the more we can do. Watch out for my itinerary. I travel a lot, so I might be in a city near you anytime soon. So take advantage of that. So thank you, guys. Hope this was worth it for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. It was good hanging out with you. I'll let you know when the next one is holding, and we'll do it. Thank you, guys. God bless you. God bless you. God keep you. God prosper you. God connect you in this season. It will give you clarity. It will order your steps. You'll be at the right places at the right time. In the name of Jesus, I break the power of delay over your life. Nothing is delayed. In Jesus' name, God will work on your character. The Holy Spirit will work on you. You become a better version of yourself. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Amen. Thank you, guys. Love you, love you, love you. See you later. Share, like, you know how we do now. Let people know. Get materials or build yourself, okay? Very important. All right.
Love you guys.
Pastor Emmy sending love to her 3 p.m.